everyone, welcome to your Wednesday watch. This week I'm going to show you the edge tips that are available on the website. How easy they are to use really. If you see all these crazy designs and if you're not a sculptor, then it can be a little bit like, oh, sorry, I can't do that. But you can do it. And I'm going to show you how easy peasy they are. I'm not going to show me sticking them on because it's a faff with this hand. Pamela Henderson's got no heartbeat, so my glue just takes ages. So so I didn't record that bit, but I do show you what it looks like on the nail. But yeah, they're wellless, so they can go as near to the free edge as you wish. They've got a nice spine running down the middle. I love them. I do love them. And to be honest, I would use these over sculpting it because it's a faff. This is just so much easier. So definitely, if it was on me and that, I would just use edge tips. So they're on, and I'm just blending that tip into the nail slightly. I'm not worrying about going all the way down the tip. I'm just making sure that there's no ridge between the tip and the nail. No extra height, we don't want that. We want to keep the designs as thin as we can. And I'm using my metal file as always because it has no flex. I'm going to keep that lovely edge sharp shape as well. So the edge tip, like the edge shape, it can be created with these tips. It can be created by sculpting forms. But your big thing is how you're going to lay your acrylic. Now I'll just be applying as I do normally to begin with, but when I come to encapsulate, you have to make sure that you keep that spine, and I'll show you how to do that as well. But first, just like on a client, once the tips are on and I've cleaned the nail, obviously normally I would dehydrate and prime the natural nail, but when I'm doing a design set, I go in and I put a small bead of Kylea, only on the natural nail though. I'm not pulling it all down the nail tip because that's extra height. I don't need thickness. That tip there is basically, if I was to have sculpted, then it's the free edge part. It's already been done for us. So there's no need for me to put any more product down there. Don't build any bulk. Just protect the natural nail so that when your client comes back in, you can file back down to the base layer, which is this. And then if there's no nasties, obviously you can see the natural nail through the clear, so you can see if there's any greenies, any lifting, any infections, anything there. If there is, obviously you'd remove the nail and take a good look at it and see what was the appropriate action. Otherwise, you're just going to crack on and do infill the regrowth and design again. Now this glitter, I have been begged weekly nearly to use this glitter. Who's been begging me? My new pal Millie. Millie's 10. Millie lives next door. Well, I live on the top of the hill with no real neighbours, so Millie lives next door, but really Millie's just over a field. It's not really a next door neighbour, but she's the closest one I've got, and she's lovely, and I know she'll be listening to this, and I've told her she can't really listen because I swear a lot. But Millie knows me and she's fine with that. She did actually steal a little bottle of this the other week when she come round, and yeah, she's just fab. So everyone say hi to Millie. And Millie, I know you're listening. I hope you love this set. I thought you, pink, girly, we're going to use the glitter and I hope you love it. This one is for you. I told you when we had our takeaway the other night that I would do it for you, and I've done it, hey? Right, let's crack on and see what I've created for our mills. So I went in and I did a pink painted layer. Obviously the colours, everything's from Glitterbels, but I'll find all the names and put them in the description. And then I'm just using a super fine holographic silver from the website, and I've put that at the free edge. We're going to do a full glitter nail on the middle, but I always choose a similar glitter as a background colour because you would look at this glitter and Millie's lush, look at her. She's got pinks and silvers and stars and chunkies and small. It's got it all. But when you pull out a chunky glitter, you're like, oh my God, it's going to be so bulky. But by using a background colour, that takes away the bulk. And I'll explain that more on the middle finger. I am got my little butterflies, and I'm just adding them to it as well, because I just wanted butterflies. I wanted butterflies. The sun is shining. It's pretty cold, but I'm thinking, come on, let's start doing the spring sets, because that's what we have to think of. We've got to start the Valentine's, start the spring, start showing the clients what's coming. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a little spring set. Right, so let's go on to this ring finger. Now I'm going to do my marble. I just thought the other week, I haven't done marble for blooming ages. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm using 2 colours. You'll see halfway that I thought it was a good idea to dip into my drawer and get 3 colours out. And I hated it. It just didn't look right. So what I do first is dip my brush into the lightest colour and then a darker colour. So both tiny beads on the brush, and place them at the cuticle. They kind of blend in together, and it means my cuticle work's done nice and neat. So yeah, you'll see there, I just got rid of that bead there, because what I did, I laid my first bead, I went to go and pick up my second bead, and what did I do? I stuck my brush, my dry brush, straight into clear powder, thinking it was my monomer. We've all done that, I know. So I just had this fluffy powdered brush, so I was like, just get that off. So I was so excited for doing a marble, but I seemed to just balls it up. So here we go. Kylie thought, hey, I know what, we'll use a silver as well, because there's silver in the glitter. I always say we've got to make it flow, and it looked shite, absolutely terrible. So I whipped it off. As soon as I started to pull through, I was like, that does not go. It just won't working. So you can't polish a turd. Get it off, get it gone. I'll bring the silver through glitter, because, I've got to put a swoosh on. So I've gone back to the beginning, and I'm just going with the 2 pinks. It was much better. It's a very subtle marble. Very subtle. It's just in the background of this nail, because this nail is going to have some swooshies and some more glitter and stars and butterflies. So it's just kind of background marble. So yeah, that's that. I will just continue rambling, I guess, because that's what I do. I started to think, shall I stop here? Shall I let them listen to the stupid, the music, the, clinky clunky sounds of shite? Shall I let them listen to that? And then I'm like, well, no, because I'm going to come on in a minute and I'm going to start swooshing, and I'm going to have to... Well, anyway, I just thought, no, I'm going to stay. I'm going to talk. I'm going to fill this gap with me talking about filling the gap. Right, swoosh. Swooshing. You got to pick up an eye bogey sized bead. Eye bogey, everyone knows it's an eye bogey. It's the bead. It's not big. It's not medium. It's not small. It is the size of eye bogeys. What you get out of your eyes, the little crusts, that big, like teeny tiny size. Because we're not doing anything with that acrylic. That acrylic is just there to keep the glitter in place, really. So we don't need lots of it. So you're going to dip your eye bogey into raw glitter and swoosh. You'll see me do it again in a minute. But when I've dipped into that glitter, when I apply it to the nail, I wiggle my brush slightly to release the liquid that is within it. So the teeny tiny eye bogey becomes like liquid, and it should go on much easier. So yeah, maybe I will bugger off now, just for a teeny tiny bit whilst you watch the rest of it, because I'm gonna faff about and fanny ass about adding glitter. So enjoy, people. Okay, so chunky glitters. We always think it's going to be bulky, it's going to be big, we're going to have holes in it. But what you need to do, like I said, is find a background colour. So whatever's in your glitter, find something similar. It might even just be a coloured acrylic that's similar, but use something. This is when your client looks at you and they're like, well, that's not the glitter I wanted, Kylie. I wanted Millie. But, you know, Millie can't go on its own. She's got so much going on. You know, like I say, the glitters and, you know, chunky and fines and stars. Got it all. So she needs a background colour. That's where the super fine hollow silver comes in. We worked it like water. So I picked up a small bead of Kylea, dipped it into my raw, wiggled my brush to release the liquid and painted it down. This nail, when it's finished, looks like it's only got Millie on. But what you'll notice is there is minimal amounts of Millie at the cuticle. There's probably none down the sides or the free edge, because that's just the silver. It means that my cuticle stays nice and flush. There's no big lumps. I don't have to keep piling loads of the chunky glitter to fill the gaps, because I could lie these completely flat. I wouldn't need to keep layering them. Obviously I'm going to add butterflies and stuff, but yeah, having the background colour will reduce the thickness of the nail because you'll need less of your chunkier one. Right, let's have an ombre here. Again, I will put all the names in the description box. Everything I've used, it'll be in there, so don't panic. So the first bead, I always like to put like the lighter colour at the free edge and the darker colour blending down over it. That's just the way I do it. Yeah, so the first bead, I place it on, I just blend it back slightly and then pull forward. You need to make sure that you blend it backwards, because otherwise you're going to end up, especially if you're doing a pink and white, you end up with that harsh line. So just blending it back. This bead here, I place it on, I stretch it over the width of the nail, and then short sharp pulls with the tip of my brush and pulling it down. Other than just, you know, I haven't gone right to the back, I'll go in and do the cuticle now. But again, tip of the brush makes it nice and flush, stretching it around the cuticle and painting it in. There we go, Kai. Come on. Done. So yeah, these two, they've given lovely ombre as well. Somebody on my Facebook page, because if you don't already, I have on Facebook there is Kylie's training and product page as well. So it's just nice, really. It's just a nice group where we can just share photos. I put info on there. People post their work, and I'm not one of those groups where, you know, when someone puts a picture up and they're like, oh, what have you used there, and they're like, I'll DM you, because everyone's too scared to say it. No, there is enough space for everybody to just, you know, to get on and do it. All I ask is when people do post, you know, if it's mine, just shout from the rooftops, it's Kai's, it's fine. But if somebody likes a purple glitter that's in it and they ask, and it's from a different company, that's completely cool too. It's a nice group. No nasties. But please come and join. Come and say hello. And I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, yeah, I remember. Somebody asked me about black, ombre and black. These two colours go lovely. Black, not so much. It's horrid. I will do a video, though, with black. I don't know. I might have done one already, but I will do one with black. There's different ways that you can do it as well, so we'll have a go with all of them. So, yeah, we're doing more swooshing because this is what this set is about. So, update on the engagement ring. Following on from last week's video, did she or didn't she get engaged? Well, the answer is, I don't fucking know. I don't know. She hasn't told me. She's still in Mauritius. But I believe currently all she's got is the shits and a good tan. That's all I can report back to you at this time. I believe they've got a little longer. But each day it's filling me with dread. Those nails need a ring. We need a ring. Speaking of rings, you guys with your emojis last week, you smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. More people watched my video than the one before that one. You really, honestly, you don't believe, like, it really does help. Just giving it a like or a comment, all these emojis that we've done for the last 2 weeks has really, really helped me. So I wanted to say thank you to you. But I wanted to say thank you in a better way. What I will do is I would like you all to have an emoji off if you like. And, well, basically if you'd like to win something. Because I'm going to go through the emojis and, you know, just the funny, your emojis could set a scene, they could do anything, but something that might make me laugh because I do love a giggle. And I'm going to choose one that makes me laugh the most between now and next week's Wednesday watch. So if you're watching this in a year's time, sorry. But yeah, I'm going to select somebody to win something. So yay. Yes. Thank you. So yeah, that's me wanting to say thank you to you. So keep up the good work. You are amazing. Okay, so I spoke earlier on how important it is to create the spine, and that's what we're going to do now. So I'm encapsulating. I put that bead on, and you'll see I wipe down one side, I wipe down the other. It then pushes the product into the middle, creating a spine. So you don't want to just wipe down the middle because you'll lose that. You'll just kind of get a hump, and you don't want that. You want to create a spine, and this is how you will achieve it. You can lay a little thin layer on it and then wipe down each side, but that's how I'm doing it today on my lovely model, Pamela Handerson. So wiping down each side and you will see it creates a spine. You do have to, as well, you have to make sure that you file it correctly as well. But I've left in a little file so that you can see how that's achieved as well. But it's basically, don't fucking file the spine off. There's no easy way of saying it. Don't file your spine off. You've got to run it up one side and run up the other, creating that spine again. Don't file it away. That's all it is. Don't file your spine away. Cool. I'll be back in a minute. We'll talk through it more. and back in the room. Right, up the one side, up the other side, making sure that my lower arch is lovely and straight. It should come out from the nail, from the natural nail to the free edge, super duper straight. Upper lower arches parallel with from apex to tip. Okay, nice and sharp. You can see that I support this finger with my own. So I support the nail by placing my thumb on the top. Make sure that your file is flush against that free edge to keep the lovely shape. But yes, you can see you've got to support that nail, and I support it with my hand so that it doesn't rock about, because you're not going to get the sharp shapes then. And last but not least, don't file your fucking your spine away. You're going to file up to the spine on the one side and up to the spine on the other side. And hopefully, peeps, you'll have an edge set of nails. Now, that's that. My opinion, obviously, is I love them. Oh, why wouldn't I? It is so much less faff than trying to sculpt them. There are so many different benefits for sculpting, though, with an edge nail, because you do need to go parallel from apex to tip, and if somebody's got a hooked nail, that can't be achieved through tipping. So you obviously need to assess your clients before deciding whether you're going to tip or sculpt. So yeah, there you go. That's it. I would love to see somebody, if anyone's got edge tips, or tag me, tag me on the Instagram. I love seeing people's work. So yeah, give us a little tag. If you put anything, if you're using my glitters or products, anything like that, if you tag me in your stories, I'll share it on mine. So I love that. We help each other. I'll share you, you share me. All good. Now, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Again, if you want to get involved in the emoji off and win a prize, I would encourage it, because it really did help me. And yeah, that's my way of helping you guys. If you don't already, why wouldn't you? I'm great. I'm a lovely person. Please subscribe. And give us a thumbs up. Please comment. And last but not least, Millie. Hope you enjoyed these. I'll see you at the weekend. Bye, everyone.